Okay, what is this essay all about? MiHoYo, aka Hoyoverse, is oversaturating their own player base. Okay, what does that mean? Oversaturating their own player base. I said this a while ago when they announced ZZZ before Honkai Star Rail even came out. But MiHoYo is cutting their own throat by having multiple gacha games doing the exact same thing. Wait, what does that mean? Exact same thing. Multiple gacha games doing the exact same thing. Heck, I've even heard that they're currently developing another game that isn't ZZZ. Knowing MiHoYo, that's probably going to another gacha game, okay? When it comes to anime gacha games, there are only a finite amount of people who would even give these games a try, and even a lesser amount who would even spend money in more than one of these games. Even more so, MiHoYo has a massive overlap in players between their games. Okay? You see where I'm going with this? Most normal people aren't going to be playing any more than 2 gacha games at once. Okay, but why are you worried about it though? What does it mean by saturating? Saturating means there's only so much you can put. Like for example, a bottle of water, you can only put so much water inside, right? So if it's full, yeah, it's like saturating. It's like spilling out. So what he's trying to say, MiHoYo is making too many gacha games, but there's only so much players around, is what he's trying to say. Too crowded, yeah, too crowded. So he's saying most normal people aren't going to be playing more than 2 gacha games. I know there's some insane people in this subreddit who play like 5 or more at a time, okay? I'm one of that guy. But you are in the very low minority, I know I am. I know I'm far from the casual consumer, and I can only juggle 3 of these games at most, okay? What MiHoYo is doing is creating an unstable situation for them in the long run. So he's saying that Hoyoverse is gonna die in the future. Is that what he's saying? All they've done was increasing their operating costs while reducing their profit margins. Wait, what does he mean? He's saying that Hoyoverse, by making more games, they're not earning more money. They are losing money. Is that what he's saying? How is that gacha consumers don't have an unlimited amount of money. Nor MiHoYo, the only company out there creating these high quality 3D gacha games. Sooner or later, something is going to give. I wouldn't be surprised if in a few years, they start sunsetting some of their least profitable games. So he's saying in a few years, one of the games is going to go sunset. EOS. Which one is it? Tears of Themis. Honkai Impacted. Which one is it? This dude is an expert. This dude is an expert. So he's saying, if MiHoYo continue to make more games, some of the games is gonna EOS. So it's not good. We gotta warn them. How do I send letter to Hoyoverse? We gotta tell Hoyoverse, hey, stop making more games, alright? You're gonna lose money. You're reducing your profit margins. Okay. They make more games. Definitely Genshin. No. Gensh, smartest gacha player, yo! I agree. He's very smart. He's one of the smartest one. Is this sarcasm? Because I feel like the OP doesn't know that a multi-billion indie company like Hoyo isn't smarter than to know this. Like, bro, if us peasants can think of such things, surely they themselves could think of the same thing, right? He means that mostly the people who played Genshin moved to Honkai Star Rail and next to ZZZ, and that's the 3 Hoyo games they play and spend on, and probably more games to come. Okay, how many Genshin players do you guys think moved to Honkai Star Rail? Like, let's be honest, right? The gameplay is so different. One is a open world action game, one is a turn-based. I have a feeling a lot of people try Honkai Star Rail, but they didn't like it, they moved back to Genshin. Because most people might prefer an open world game, right? I don't know. Sure, there are some overlap. There are some people that play both for sure, right? There are some overlap. But I do think that you do gain some new players as well. They make more gacha, they have the data, that it will give more money. Definitely, right? If Genshin and Star Rail are doing the exact same thing, I think I've been playing something wrong then. I was confused when the new whale boss in Genshin stopped moving after hitting one of my characters, then I realized it was my turn to attack it. Huh. Okay. You think casual players would give an F I bet most of them don't even know or realize that Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, ZZZ are made by the same company. People can play one and not the others. That's why they are exploring different genres to target different people. Okay? Right? But what about their operating income? Operating income can be expensive. They're crying straight to the bank. What's your point here? His point is they are not increasing their player base. They are spreading them across more games. It's not completely unfounded either. You might look at revenue charts before and after Star Rail came out and come to the conclusion that, okay, so now they have 2 moneymakers instead of only 1. But if you look closer, you will realize that Genshin, before Star Rail came out, used to make basically the same money as Honkai Star Rail and Genshin are making now combined. So what he's... Okay, for those of you who are not aware what this guy is trying to say, okay, I understand now, So before this Genshin, let's say Genshin is making 50 million, right? $50 million. So this is what Genshin is making. This is before Honkai Star Rail came out, okay? But after Honkai Star Rail came out, Genshin is making 25. And then Honkai Star Rail is also making 25. So it's not like an increase. So this is what he's trying to say. Is it true though? I never memorize the revenue every single month. So I don't, is this actually true? Is it actually divided by 2? I'm not sure actually. I need to go back and see. He get downvoted? It's not just one game they are operating now, it's 2. So their cost of operation and maintenance is now higher than before. Yet, their revenue stagnated, which means they are losing on profit by releasing more games. So if ZZZ won't catch new players into Hoyoverse, then it's going to continue this cycle of a new game cannibalizing the older game's revenue. So once ZZZ comes out, right? Once ZZZ comes out, think about this. Now we have ZZZ, right? So this is going to make even less. So what this guy is saying, how much is this? Let's say it's going to make about 18. 50 divided by 3 is about that, right? How much is 50? My brain doesn't work at this point. 50 divided by 3. 50 is about 18, right? Oh wait, it's more like 16. Okay, it's about 16. So he's saying once ZZZ comes out, it's going to be like this. This is how the chart is going to look like. As opposed to like this. So the players are all... He's trying to say that the players are all split up. The players that quit Genshin are going to Honkai Star Rail. The players that quit Honkai Star Rail and Genshin are going to ZZZ. It's like the same players is what he's trying to say. Who cares if they lose profit? It's not our problem. Yeah, it's not our problem for sure. But it's just, I guess they're just having a discussion, right? Hoyo wants to attract new players with the new game that attract old players. I checked the revenue post in the past year and no Genshin didn't make the same money as both games combined. Genshin revenue this year before Honkai Star Rail release ranged 40 to 80 million, while both game revenue combined Honkai Star Rail release range between 60 to 115 millions. Okay? Doesn't really seem like if you compare March revenue before Honkai Star Rail release and their October revenue. His whole premise is that any one person who plays any of the Hoyoverse games would play all of them, which is simply wrong. But he dug into the ideas and entrenching himself as we speak. Entrenching himself? Damn. As Hoyo haters, I don't remember first came Honkai Star Rail revenue were higher than Genshin. Yo, chill. And you're giving this advice for free? Are you scamming yourself? What a missed opportunity for the OP to have started his own multi-billion-dollar asset management company if he's just going to hand out all the biggest industry secrets like this for free. There's no stipulation in their games that you should play everything. In fact, Tears of Themis and Honkai Impact 3 exist, yet you don't see people juggling all of them. Why is this even a problem when each of their own games leads to their own revenue? People will just play what they want to play when it comes to the casual audience. Most of the supposed cannibalization and saturation comes from beyond the casual players a lot of the time. Okay, that's fair. I think that's fair. That and they have made enough profit from Genshin to have it running for years. And gacha monetization model naturally pay their cost plenty easily. So even if things are going to give, it wouldn't be because they didn't have enough to fund it. Alright? EA should hire this guy. EA should hire this guy and stop their copy-paste franchises. Okay. Alright. Bro misses his CEO opportunity. True, he could be the next CEO, man. He could be the next CEO, but here he's writing his free advice on Reddit. Damn, what a mischance.